Okay. Okay. So, kill the target with a voltaic bomb. Well, I've got those, but I have to get at the target. Hello, cat. Oh, you're in my lap, cat.
She's not allowed here! This should finish her!
This is becoming a right mess.
That's it! Keep moving!
You can't fight all of us! What was that?
Whatever's going on here, I'm ready for the worst. I'll slice you to bits! There's no escape, young lady!
I want to use all my bombs. Fuck me. She doesn't climb trees very well. If she's in the tree, it's okay.
I'm a well-trained soldier. I won't let my guards down.
Blood in my veins. We're ancestry in Spain, and nobody bats an eyelash.
It was highly uneventful. Leaving blighter territory. Well,
The very best. Thanks for your business.
okay. Let's see what's in this little peninsula. Chest. Hello, chest. Okay. Okay, yeah. Good. You can get off my lap anytime.
Stick close to me.
Go for a swim. Now, where are all these? things. What am I looking for? Secrets of London. Buckingham, so... Palace, maybe? No. Some building with guards. And... near the Church of the Parliament, I think. Overlooking some of those block houses. And near the railroad station.
Office Shannon.
Okay. Somewhere with guards. Over here, maybe? Okay. Let's go and see if I can find that Secret of London. And then maybe we'll go do the dreadful crime. I don't think it's this... I don't think it's the palace. Or it doesn't look right. No fence. Yeah, this looks more right. I can kind of hear it. There it is. Heard it, found it. Okay. Let's go do a dreadful crime. Finish those. Oh, hello. In the tree. And again, she cannot climb trees worth spit. She's okay in the tree. Okay. Where to go to from here? There it is. Conjuring up a killing.
Let's not do anything rash.
This is our ground.
And then you go. Oh, beer bottle. Is that the last one? Maybe? Maybe, maybe, maybe? How to get to the beer bottle? I don't know. Is there a way through?
Yes, but then what?
Nice little park. Sorry. Coming through. Coming through. Coming through.
Penny, now he's not
And now
got
a
any,
toast.
invested by worms for infinity. The maggots love squirming to pennies. Men of wealth borrow and raise. What's up, Seal? Brought him his end. Whose coin did he spend? Which loyal friend drew a dread dividend from 2 penny? See your blood, watch as he drowns. As he sinks, slow going down.
I just killed him. Cool. Encyclopedia. Collectibles. Beer tasting notes. Brian's Renegade. Pale Ale, Alistair Benedict Brewers. Pours a clear bilious yellow color. I've never actually seen a color I described as bilious before now, but that's what Alistair Benedict Brewers seem to be aiming for. And by God, they've nailed it. Rotten grain dominates the flavor profile, which is an unusual choice, balanced by a musty funkiness reminiscent of the water that pools at the bottom of a poorly drained gym shower. And not a nice, clean, modern fitness center either. One of those sweaty, concrete monstrosities from the 1970s in somewhere like Loughborough, where large men with broken noses gather outside with large dogs to poke fun at patrons living in neon gym wear. So, how many secrets do I have left? 1 Westminster, 2 Westminster, 3 Westminster, and 1... Oh, all the Buckinghams are gone. There's 3. How many bottles? Beer is collected. What else is it done? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got a bunch of chests. Cat, get out of the way. About half of the Helix Rifts. A bunch of the yellow chests. 6 of the posters. 4 flowers. 5 letters and 3 secrets. Oh, Cat, you're always so heavy and you're always right in my way. Yes, I know you're there. You don't have to announce your presence. Conjuring of a killing. Hello, Charles Dar. Hello, Chuck. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? You're not the usual detectives. Mine. Yeah, I know.
My dear friend, the Ghost Club has an extraordinary case for you. Spiritualist Thaddeus the Amazing has predicted his own death at his next séance. Could you have a look?
Sure, why not? Psychic's house. Hello, Cat. Yes, we've had this discussion. You do not need to announce your presence. Hello, Cat. You're heavy.
Approach, please.
What is happening here?
Not yet.
Someone! Light!
And he's dead.
He's actually dead.
I will inspect the body. Ow. His hair and clothing have been slightly scorched from the explosion. A bloody knife is stuck in his torso. So I have 5 suspects, 6 more clues. Janice Asquith.
I have no doubt that his powers were genuine. He was able to tell me of my daily comings and goings, and all manner of details that he couldn't possibly have known.
He certainly was going to be able to put me in contact with my sister. I'm so sorry to lose Thaddeus. The oddest part is that he claimed all would be revealed to each of us before his death. I've been coming here to decide whether I should accept a marriage proposal. Thaddeus had been attempting to contact my departed sister so that she could give me advice. Thaddeus was a kind man who sincerely wanted me to make the best choice. Now what am I to do?
Make up your mind on your own?
He was an incredible psychic. I came to clarify some personal financial matters. I don't understand what happened. He foretold his own death, but I didn't expect it to happen like this.
This is so frustrating. I had a simple question, but have had to come back for seance after seance,
Of course, that's how they
week
get your
after
money.
week. Each time Thaddeus divined a partial number from the other side, but never the entire correct number. Today he promised that I would get everything.
Ooh.
I
Lady
sought him
Ursula.
out after the death of Mittens.
Mittens? Mittens?
Mittens is my beloved kitty cat. She was run over by a milk wagon several weeks ago. I've been trying desperately to contact my
I
sweet
wouldn't
thing ever
try to
since.
contact you in a
I'm
seance,
not well,
Cat.
though, and likely haven't long to live myself. I was so hoping to hear from my loved one. I'm convinced Thaddeus could have communicated Mittens' wishes to me. I must know to whom Mittens wishes that I should leave my fortune. And now Thaddeus is lost to us. I shall never know.
Oh. So, any clues in here? Client of Thaddeus, Lady Ursula, client of Thaddeus, client of Thaddeus, bloody knife. Inspect. A rudimentary timer with charred remains of a fuse attached. The fuse leads to an empty plaster cylinder, apparently the container of a non-lethal amount of gunpowder to produce the recent flash of light. And one more guy. No, I don't want... Him!
Nothing but a showman, really. Each week
Hello,
he gave a
Doug.
seance with all his clients present together. So many people makes everything much more dramatic.
I bet.
I attend Lady Ursula at these sessions. She's ailing and needs someone to help her along.
No, go
I
away.
have no particular belief in an afterworld, but if it comforts milady, I see no harm.
Okay. Upstairs, maybe? So I've met all the suspects in this house. Hello, what's this? Letters? Cat, go away. A list of Thaddeus's clients and addresses. There are also 2 columns for each client. Both columns indicate the significant amounts of money per seance. The first column appears to refer directly to the client. It isn't clear to whom the second column refers. However, Dr. Wilburn is missing from the list. Down. Okay. Piece of paper. Piece of paper. 30 note. For the love of God, get a signature at the next session, or I'll swear I'll expose you. AR. Plot thickens. Weather, Second's house, old note, weathered, probably written weeks ago. I found a tramp who lives on the street near one of the pigeons. The fellow smokes like a chimney, and for the price of a few cigarettes, he supplies me with all the information we need. So, the psychic is working with other people? Oh, 2 more clues. There's another piece of paper. Really needs to tidy up better, doesn't he? Receipt. Theatrical supply flash pot. 8 shillings. Cat, you do not help. Not what I wanted to do. Second house, legal papers. An unsigned paper which would enable Thaddeus Smith to act as Howard Roberts' legal representative.
I believe I should re-interrogate a suspect.
Ooh, yes, do. So all the clues are found here. Cat, you're not helping. Cut it out.
Thaddeus felt that if I signed some papers, it would demonstrate to my dead father that I had absolute trust in Thaddeus.
Okay. Let's go elsewhere. Where do we have here? We have Robert's house, Esco's house, Lady Ursula's house. Do I have other ones? Robert's. Well, this one looks like it's closest. Dr. Wilburn's house, though? Oh, that's right, he wasn't on the list. Forgot, he wasn't on the list.
Dead end, isn't it?
Okay, where are you? There you are. And there's one person in there. So, one suspect and 3 clues. Oh. And Roberts, let's talk
My
to-
brother has become obsessed with some secret bank account. He inherited almost all of my father's fortune, as well he should as the male heir. But some was locked in a secret account. I think it unlikely that it should be a significant amount. I went along to the seances a couple of times. I thought it was a waste of my brother's time.
And money.
Power of attorney to a psychic? That sounds very unusual indeed.
Well, you know, you could be the AR. Sydney newspaper clipping dated over a year ago. Mysterious death in King Street. A spiritualist who went by the name of Felix Magnus claimed that he would die at his next seance, but the outcome held even more drama. Mr. Magnus demonstrated to several clients that their closest friends and relations were swindling them via Magnus himself. Before a burst of smoke and flame ended the seance abruptly. Magnus was declared dead by a certain Dr. Folsom, who was attending as a client. Did I miss something there? Did I miss something? Da. So I have 2 more clues to find in this house. Most likely upstairs. A note. Paper. Several scrawled notes. Betland Bank, A7, crossed out. Bank of Kent, 270, crossed out. York Bank, A72, crossed out. Looking for accounts or something. Yeah. And there's another one. A note appended to the father's will specifying that the bulk of my fortune is safely secured in an account, the particulars of which will be communicated by word of mouth to my son. Okay. Let's go and find the other 2. Okay, who's next? Asquith. Hello, Asquith's house. 2 suspects and 4 clues. Let's talk to the suspects first. Thaddeus,
Her father
Everboy.
mentioned this swindler to me. I understand it's because of him that my engagement has been delayed.
Oh, well, I'm sure.
You won't get away with it.
Not sure why there's just a random person in the living room. Coat. There is a letter in one of the pockets. Boy, dear lad, if you don't get me the money by the end of the month, you'll be in a heap of trouble. The kind of trouble that hurts. Need I say more? Money issues. Hello, let me guess her father. Colonel Asquith.
Never
Thaddeus.
trust a man who tells you what you want to hear. He's after something. Taking advantage of my daughter's love for her departed sister. With that charlatan gone, things can get back to normal. My daughter's engagement to Everett Boyd can be announced at last.
Oh.
A girl Janice's age should be married. Everett is a very sensible young man from a good family.
I think so.
He'll be very successful, I'm sure of it. Janice's elder sister was strong-willed. Janice always followed her lead. That's why it's so sad that she asked for advice, even in death. Time for Janice to think for herself. I know what's best for her.
Uh-huh. Some more questions for the buddy boy down there. 4 clues. Answer the letter. Business letter. Mr. Everett Boyd's business plans appear to be sound. As long as he has no other pressing obligations, I believe that, if your daughter accepts his proposal, the money you settle on the happy couple will mean the success of Mr. Boyd's venture, and your daughter, Janice, would live a comfortable life.
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
Probably. Let's go upstairs and see what's up here. 2 more clues. Diary. I have some affection for Everett, but I don't think my sister would approve of him. She always bade me to strive for more than that which merely appears directly in front of my nose. If only Father weren't urging me otherwise. Any other clues in here? Not that I can see. Well, while we're here, I'll go talk to Buddy Boy here.
Janice is a lovely creature. I would be honored were she to accept my proposal. I do adore her.
Uh-huh.
I know the owner of a local brewery, and I'm convinced his business will flourish. He just needs some financial backing. Now Janice is free to be married at last. I'll invest my dowry in the brewery and make a fortune.
Yeah. They're kind of slimy. I'm missing a clue and I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Cigarette butts. A pile of stubbed out cigarette butts, likely left by a vagrant. One can still smell the tobacco smoke. So that's the one who was eavesdropping on that he'd hired. Go to Lady Ursula's house. So far we've got all sorts of shady dealings. But who killed the psychic? Not really sure. Three clues, one suspect. Hello, suspect.
Lady Ursula's health is not good at all. And now she's lost her cat, it's almost like she has nothing left to live for. He's been Lady Ursula's butler for years. We have plans to marry. But first, Douglas needs to put together a little nest egg. He says he'll have some money soon. Lady Ursula was planning to leave her fortune to her cat Mittens. Since the cat passed on, she's been going to that spiritualist in hopes that Mittens will tell her what to do with the money.
Okay. I need to find 3 clues. Boston newspaper clipping. Dated 7 months ago. Medium foretells his own death in a stunningly dramatic final seance. Psychic Roberto El Magnifico revealed that several clients were being traduced by their loved ones who had paid him to give him information at his fake seances. But then, just as predicted, he was killed in a mysterious explosion during his final seance in Newbury Street. One of his clients, a Dr. Pitawin, and pronounced him dead at the scene. The phrases "traduced by their loved ones" and "mysterious explosion" are circled in pencil. So, again, people knew that these... I found another newspaper similar to the one I gave you. This one is from Sydney. It appears we will be exposed at the next seance just as those people were. Douglas, you've got to get me into this. You got me into this. You better solve it. So Douglas is working with someone? I guess that was Mitten's box. Well, to Miriam, my maid, and to Douglas, my butler, I leave my Belsham china in thanks for their long service. Their long service to be given on their wedding day, whenever that day shall be. I leave my dear cat Mittens all my remaining worldly goods, in the hope that they will bring him even a small portion of the joy he has brought me. In anguish handwriting in the margin is scrawled, "Whatever will I do now that my dear Mittens is no more?" Okay. What am I missing? Did some other clues pop up? Out of curiosity. Nope. Must be more information somewhere.
What do you think you're doing?
Well, trying to get around the horse. That's what I think I'm doing.
Concerning gentlemen, step in.
Across the street. What am I missing? No. Okay. Why? Why? I ask you again, why? Okay. Got all the clues. Okay, I am definitely missing something.
Indeed, for the servants of courtesy.
What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? Paper, Ursula's house, Boston. Dr. Wilburn. Creed. Expresses astonishment that, although Thaddeus foretold his own death, it happened in such a manner. Howard Douglas, come many seances and open every question and answers, only be given fragments of the numbers. From the entire number. Oh. That goes it. That's what I'm missing. I knew I was missing something.
Remember the last girl who succumbed to laziness? Locked herself in the laundry room for an entire day before we found her.
Okay.
Locked herself in the laundry room for an entire day before we found her.
Tobacco scent, tobacco scent, tobacco scent.
But she couldn't escape the ringer, and she rolled out
Hello.
the side as flat as kneaded dough.
Hello, Billy, vagrant heavy smoker. Yeah.
That's me. Yeah, some fella come by here every so often. Gives me a silver sixpence if I tell him everything about the folks in that house. Nothing unusual about him. Just a regular fella. I've seen him go into that building over there.
What building over where? Office over there. Hello. Stairs. Up the stairs, up the stairs, up the stairs. business cards. Several business cards for a medical doctor. All are identical except for each is printed with a different name. So I get the feeling that Dr. Wilburn, or whatever the heck his name was, is not who he says he is. No, she says the account number is A72 at Kentish Bank. Client files. Aesthetic files containing disorganized details regarding Thaddeus's clients. For example, wants Cat to tell her he should inherit. Janice's sister called her Sissy. The cat loved to play with Lady Yu's teaspoons. Wants you to tell her that her sister approves of the marriage. Knows account number needs her signature to access. Howard's father enjoyed grouse shooting.
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
Probably. One more clue to find in this area. Thaddeus' note. W arrived after the others, as usual. It will deflect suspicion. Also make certain that we get a big flash this time. They must be convinced if it's enough to that it's enough to kill me. T the Amazing. I suspect that he wasn't really supposed to die. Because I suspect that the good doctor and the psychic were in it together. And had been in it together for other ones. Who really killed him? I'm not really sure.
Dirt suggests.
Make sure that there's no one else around. Okay, what do we have here? We'll go down the road to Ursula's.
What are we gonna do? Where are the flies hiding out?
Right now! Not hiding! Where's Ursula's house? Okay. Next corner, then hang a right. Just want to make sure that none of them have a...
Wants the child to have a German. On you go now.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay. So let's go back to the psychic's house. Made sure. And back through the back alley. Oh, a bunch of questions. We'll start with Doug here.
You think someone paid Thaddeus to tell my lady that a cat wanted them to inherit?
Well?
Well, that would be quite a clever scheme indeed.
Okay.
I simply do not believe it. And if you're implying that my butler was paying Thaddeus, I must ask you, why would a great psychic do the bidding of a common butler?
My own sister? Paying Thaddeus off? I thought he was a bit too insistent that I sign that paper. Well, Anne is going to get a good talking to, believe you me.
Hello, Doc.
Good Lord, you found the office? I admit it then. Thaddeus and I traveled the world, bamboozling the gullible and then exposing the swindle. But his death was meant to be a fake. I have no reason to want Thaddeus dead.
I know you
Quite
don't.
the contrary.
I know you don't, but you don't have any insights either.
You believe that Everett paid Thaddeus to manipulate me? It cannot be true. Thaddeus knew all of my comings and goings. He genuinely could...
I think you have the most to lose.
He was going to reveal my plot. He paid the price for betraying a fellow crook.
This Thaddeus fellow was rather too clever by half. But you pieced it all together very cleverly. Mr. Raymond was particularly interested in this one. He admired the duplicity of Thaddeus.
Oh, what does it say? Spiritualist Thaddeus Smith routinely swindled not just his clients, but his clients' friends and families. In city after city, Thaddeus and his confederate, Dr. Wilburn, lured in those desperate to speak to the departed in the afterworld. But the swindlers were doubly paid, first by their clients, then by those close to them, who wished to manipulate them in such a fashion. Miss Anne Roberts hoped to gain legal authority for her brother in order to remove funds from a secret bank account. Mr. Everett Boyd wished to ensure his marriage to Janice Asquith would take place in order to gain a lucrative settlement, and Lady Ursula's butler Douglas wished to have her dead cat counsel her to leave her fortune to Douglas himself. None of these accounted for Thaddeus's odd quirk of enjoying giving a good lesson to his fellow swindlers once he'd emptied the coffers of his clients. Thaddeus then habitually exposed these manipulators before escaping by feigning his own death. This was corroborated by the supposed Dr. Wilburn purporting to be simply one of more client. But on this occasion, Anne realized the coming exposure and enticed the butler Douglas, the only swindler present of the crime scene, to murder Thaddeus in the dark. Farewell, Thaddeus. You may now speak to those in the afterworld of your leisure. Henry Raymond. Okay. What to next? Well... let's go back up here. And work on a change of plans. Cat. Hello, cat. Oh, you're heavy. Actually, let's take a look and see what do we have for database. Collectibles. Oh yeah, it's just that. Instructions of pauper children in the South Metropolis District School, Sutton. Okay, Secrets of London. What's the one near? So I'm looking up at the arches through some trees. Here, maybe?
It will bring happiness to your inside. Regret your choice.
I can hear it. On the picnic table. going? No clue.
Bill and took credit for it. Is that tolerable? Yes. How in heaven's name is that a Get down here! I'm not finished! I will go out of my way to involve myself in your life. I'll catch you! Get up!
Bother me, will ya?
Everything you need to
Hey.
Have a good day now.
Now, where exactly am I going? I am going back this way. Quite a ways that way. Oh, a chest in here. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
This path won't end well for you, mate.
Oh, up.
Please don't. Please, I beg you.
No! Silly girl. Ooh, oh, zero. Thank you.
Let's see here. Huh? What are you doing? You'll tell us where Bronson went. Aren't you?
Okay, 2,000 pounds. Okay, a third of the chests are found.
That's fine! Oh, wait!
Greatest deals. Mr. Abbey. 800 meters. Posters. Fight clubs over there, good to know. Then what now?
Up, up, up!
Hello, Mr. Sculptor. Okay. I know there's a bell there. Already been there.
Nice to see you.
Everything you've ever wanted.
She escaped from land.
That's strange, isn't it?
Probably didn't get it because I never get it. I try to stealth kill the messenger, especially when I kill the wrong guy first. Okay, almost there.
She's hiding. Why is she hiding?
Yes, hello.
Okay. On the lap, off the lap, on the lap, off the lap. Hello, Henry. Hello, Henry. Where are we going next?
Please tell me again where we are going.
I found a letter from the Prince Consort among Lucy Thorne's research, marked with the same insignia as your key, dated 1847.
1847.
The same year the Prince began renovations to Buckingham Palace.
You think he added a vault for the shroud?
And since there is no map of the palace with the room marked Secret Vault... Your Highness, may I present Miss Evie Fry. Miss Fry, Maharaja Duleep Singh.
A pleasure, Your Highness.
My friend, the plans you asked for have been removed.
Removed? By whom?
Crawford Starrick, or someone employed by him. Yes, I thought you might recognize the name. I know where they are, but it is heavily guarded.
That part will not be a problem.
I thought not.
We're going to need a plan.
I can provide a distraction for the guards while you find a safe way inside.
Oh. Really?
For you, Evie? Certainly.
Well, once I'm inside, I'll find someone who knows where the papers are stored.
And we will meet back on the train.
Be careful.
Okay, what am I doing? Okay. I still don't know what I'm doing. How do I distract? How do I distract? Obviously was not paying enough attention. Heck if I know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. So I've got right there.
I can provide instruction for the guards while you find a safe way inside. Oh. Really? For you, Evie? Certainly.
Well, once I'm inside, I'll find someone who knows where the papers are stored.
And we will be back on the tree.
Well, let's read Evie's letter. No. I'll read it after. I'm not sure how to use Henry's distraction. Okay.
What's the plan?
When you give the signal, I'll draw the guards into a fight and then use a smoke bomb to get away.
And I'll take advantage of the confusion. Ready?
Absolutely.
So you can't do it when you're in here, huh?
What are you guarding? Show me!
Looks like there's a fly we need to swap.
Stop that at
Hold
once!
on, you!
No dilly-dally!
That's not them.
I've half a mind to take you over and feed you some dogs.
One less.
Okay, I can craft something. That's the last one. Knife upgrades. Okay. Okay. What do we have here? Something to open down here?
Better check.
You ain't no lot of humanity.
No.
You can go.
All right.
But thank you for your help.
That way, you're clearly asking to lose some teeth. Here to help.
Nothing here. Looks like I'll have to ask someone where the plans are.
Kidnapped a nearby Templar, huh?
I'm always at the ready.
I'd swear, miss. Oh, I don't know where they've taken him.
Taken who?
The man, dressed like you. The guards dragged him off.
Henry?
Oh, poor Henry.
The plans you stole, where are they?
I don't know anything about that.
The plans. The mission.
Yeah, well, you pissed me off. Let's find Henry. Where's Henry? Clearly visible footprints. The guard who left them was much heavier than the others, or was carrying something or someone. Clearly he fought back. Throwing knife has missed his target. Throwing knife killed him on the spot.
You're some of Clara's children.
They took Mr. Henry. We couldn't stop them.
I bit one of them good, though.
They dragged him off in a red carriage.
They won't get far, though. One wheel looked like it was about ready to fall off. You can see the cart tracks. It looks so wobbly-like.
Progression log. She goes to London? Yeah, I know. Evie's notebook. Let me finish reading this since I'll forget otherwise. Oh, let's see. Lucy Thorne is dead and I have recovered the key she stole from me, but I still have not found the shroud. Our searches of Henry's catalogs did turn up an image of the key, and the casket is supposed to open. The casket was in the possession of the royal family, kept at the Tower of London. I set out for the tower alone. I feel that Mr. Green would have accompanied me had I asked. I felt it was best that I carry out this task alone. Miss Thorne was already there when I arrived. The Templars had thoroughly infiltrated the yeomen, so it was with difficulty that I made my way inside St. John's Chapel, where Miss Thorne was continuing her search. She had not found the promised casket, but hoped still that it might be there, concealed in a hidden vault. We fought. This time I did not let my guard down. Miss Thorne revealed little upon her death, save for an admonishment that I do not know the true extent of the shroud's power. It was like a posture, but it was true that I know very little. I'll find out more when the shroud itself is in my possession. In any case, the casket was not in the chapel. It must have been removed at some point in the last century, though when and to where I cannot say. We must find it before the Templars do. I have examined and re-examined the notebooks we have recovered from the dockyards, along with Edward Kenway's History of the Assassins, but the bolt holes revealed nothing relevant. Henry and I are at our wits' ends. We must assume that the Templars are no further ahead than we are. Henry's arrived with some bit of news. He's obviously excited. I will finish this later. Holiday time, booking for an excursion train. Okay, wonky tracks. Broken shrubs. Broken poles. You've got some wagons that crossed over each other. some more broken things. I'm not sure. Hello.
That cart's been run off the road. They must be driving quickly.
So put your back into it.
Okay. More broken poles.
They're knocking people over, too.
Yep. More poles.
And destruction of public property. I must be on the right track.
Yep. Not driving very good, are they?
That must be the carriage. Found you. Now to find Henry.
Go. Okay.
I've had enough of you, girl!
Well, then come here.
At last I found you! You dare to do such a thing?
Yeah, well, I just did. Suppose I get to talk to the people, huh? As these others are laughing evilly around.
I don't know anything about the carriage, but there's been some strange happenings around here today. All kinds of unsavory types wandering around, armed to the teeth. I don't like it one bit. Why's she hiding like that?
Of the gods! Step forward to try a sample for yourselves. Come on.
Dead pig. Really, they're not really into big sanitary conditions, are they, around here?
You're not getting out of here alive!
She hiding from the coppers?
Yeah, I saw them dragging someone out of the carriage after the wheel fell off. They said he'd hit his head.
Do you think she
Not
has
sure why
someone
they
to
needed
look
to take
after
him to the church, but that's where they went.
Merits further investigation.
Yeah.
She waiting to bounce on someone.
To die.
That fry woman is here!
The girl! She's an intruder! Right behind you! I have her in my sights! She can't take me!
Go away, forget I'm here. I'm just a figment.
This place is full of them.
You're a strange bird. Yes, they pulled someone out of that carriage. Dead drunk he was. They carried him into the churchyard. Maybe he wanted a quiet place to sleep it off.
Right, miss, you feeling faint?
No, not really. Okay. I don't actually see any hanging barrels, so...
What's she doing here? Oh, we have a visitor! Hey, Steve!
Oh, that was interesting.
I could have sworn I'd locked this gate. This is supposed to be locked. Bloody urchins opened it again, no doubt.
He doesn't look like a monk.
Help! It's murder!
Okay. Going through the sewers. Hello, guy. Dead guy.
The leader of the rooks is in the vicinity!
Now you're dead.
Henry.
I don't know. We knocked him around pretty good. Wouldn't be surprised if it took a while.
Well, I hope you haven't addled his brain. He's an assassin. How much more addled can he get?
Why did you bring him here?
The man's an assassin.
We didn't want him getting away before you had a chance to question him now, did we?
Whatever shall I do?
Oh well. Free him, come on. Free Henry.
Evie, they sent someone to move the architectural plans. Do you have them?
Did they hurt you?
I'm fine.
Let's go.
What about the plans?
The plans are lost.
Evie, I'm sorry.
Just concentrate on escaping, please.
Show her who's boss!
Well, you know it.
Gunman on the rooftop.
I'm escaping the area. Oh, for God's sakes, Henry, where'd you go? Where did you go, Henry?
There should be 12.
Get Miss Nightingale to look at that. I must find the vault before Starrick secures the shroud.
We'll talk to the Maharaja again.
I will talk to the Maharaja. You will get your head looked at.
I'm sorry my capture hasn't done your plans.
You'd be safer on the train.
Even if you find the vault, you can't just walk into Buckingham Palace alone.
I won't be alone. I'll see you back at the train, Mr. Green.
Temper, temper, temper. Temper, temper, temper. Purple Vengeance schematic. What the heck is a Purple Vengeance schematic? What the heck is Purple Vengeance? Purple Vengeance. Oh, it's an outfit. Nightshade cloak. Wrigley. Let's see what happens if I change the color. Fuchsia. Ah. Kind of like the fuchsia. The wine's not bad either.
I see ya!
Standing ready if you need help.
Let's go back to the train for a minute. Wherever the train is. Where is my train? That's odd. Well, let's go back here. Kidnap Wade.
Keep your wits about you, Rook.
They've climbed up! The only good Rook is one baked in a pie. Street's closed, stated business.
Don't you lay your hands on me.
What'd she say?
Oh no!
Yeah, well. Let's go this way. Also do a bounty.
There you go. Come on.
Out of curiosity, progression log. So I've got 4 left, Associate activities. I've got two of those. Two of those. Two of those. One of those. One of those. One. Whatever that one is, probably the queen or someone. 40 chests. 4.
Here now.
Okay. Let's see. Off we go. Okay. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Let's get rid of the sniper. Why did I buy ammo? Can you tell me that? Can you tell me that? Oh, I know. You're heavy. And you don't really help the situation. Okay, a bunch of guys over there.
You know what tonight's a good night for? Robbing a bank. Yeah, how delightful that would be. Actually, tonight's the perfect night. Yeah, that's it. Gosh, I'm up sick. Oh, I feel terrible. Maybe beat the shut to a pub.
Bit old to be playing hide and seek, ain't she?
Oh, I gotta clean out a way. Gotta clean out the way.
There's a Christmas out in here! I'm ready to pull the trigger!
Get out of my way! Ugh! That didn't work. That didn't work.
Nothing but
I can get to him, I just can't get past. There's gotta be another way out of that little section. Oh, that's where he goes. Where does he go?
What's wrong, huh? Don't go easy on her.
Yeah. Come and get Ruth. Who wants to fight this lady then? Come then. Come and get
Well, I didn't mean to run over the bugger. Oh. Cat, you do not help the situation. You never do.
Don't you worry. What the bugger was that? Ready to fire now!
He would go the other way, wouldn't he? Shit. Fuck me. Well, I've almost got it. Let's go buy some more supplies. try this once again.
Come take a look at what I've... If you're pleased, I'm pleased. And she lost her eyesight years ago.
Yeah, I still didn't get the stealth kill the messenger. Why are there no barrels there?
Quick if you don't run off. Dead and done, this one.
What's this then?
Let's go for a stroll.
You a cop or something?
Something like
Quiet
that.
down, Mr. Linton. Hush now.
A lady?
Why were there no
I've
barrels?
Never fought a lady before. You are here to fight me, are you not?
I'm
Not
here to
really.
take you to the police.
Let me go. Let's have a real tussle, shall we? Turn around and put up your fists. Come on.
What do we have here? Sure, if you'd just come with me first.
More trouble from the rabble, I expect.
Oh, no one's woman.
I wonder what all the argy-bargy's about.
What's that then?
Trying to get to a carriage. Trying to get to a carriage.
Hey, let me out of here. I didn't agree to this.
Hey, let's see if I can do this without getting...
That's it. Go on.
$25 meters, 55 meters.
Let's be going before he's sick in the carriage.
Okay. To me, or just when they say, Miss Fry, nice to see you, they all sound like Jason Statham.
Up ya! Come on!
Might just be me.
Are you?
Still didn't get it.
But the whole world. He's mad.
It's odd. Oh.
I hope you don't plan on visiting often.
I don't plan on visiting at all.
Uncle.
What is that I'm seeing? Oh, wood. Now where do I want to go? Nightclub, maybe? Where is the Fight Club?
Come take a look!
Where is the Fight Club and how do I get to it? Through the building? Probably.
Did you see that?
Okay. Let's see, where's the Fight Club? Over there. It's a very genteel sort of garden party that it is.
Do you think she has someone to look after?
Pleasant. fine.
You saved me from a life of dullness and boredom. Now head into the ring and let's spicing this place up.
Let's cut up that pretty face. Just a tackle at a time.
She's dropping her guard! This is your last bout! In short!
You can do better than that!
Slice of fruit!
This is not the final stop!
You are a champion, yes indeed.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Pressure, come on! Knock her dead! Break her bones! She's dropping her guard! Slice of fruit! Shield flag! Wait for it! All enjoy carving you!
Inspiring. I hope you'll grace the ring with your presence again. Think they can take out our feisty competitor?
Make me proud, mates!
Break her bones! I'll break you in half! Don't go easy on her! Make sure she don't walk away! She's quick! You gotta overpower her!
I'm gonna knock your teeth in! Just try to stop me!
Incredible match. Come again sometime.
Okay, it's not really doing what I want it to do, but whatever.
Which brute will be our next contestant?
Go! Go!
Shield flag! Wait for it! Break her bones!
Incredible. Well done.
Okay.
The next contestant.
4, 5.
I hope your affairs are in order!
Don't just attack!
That's your best effort, you may as well lay down now! Slice of fruit!
was at full health again.
To challenge this beast in the ring.
There was. So.
Someone get him from behind! Make me proud, mates! Run her through! You can do better than that! You're the fighter! Don't just attack her one at a time! You'll regret that! She's quick! You've got to overpower her!
Incredible! Well done!
Right. Two more?
Take on our
Look at gang! She's dropping her guard! Someone get her from behind! She's quick! You've got to overpower! Choke the life out of you! Press her! Come on! I can do this all day! She freaks!
You are a champion! Yes,
Yep.
indeed!
Okay, one more round.
Slice of fruit! Break a bone! Suppose we should keep it up. Make me proud, mates! I'll rip your tongue out!
I'll make this interesting!
She's dropping her guard!
Am I?
Someone get her from behind! This is your life now! Insult! Press her, come on! Mr. Fry! Someone get him behind!
Shield flag! Wait for it!
She's quick!
Oh. Got it.
What a spectacular fight, milady. My friends, cheer as loud as you might for our new champion.
Done it. Well, here's my train.
Seems a letter has come for Jacob.
Love a spat.
Lover spat.
The twisty streets of London. I know everyone.
I hope you're having a lovely afternoon, Miss Evie. We haven't tuppence in the coffers.
Because they're all in my pocket. Curious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Okay. Well, why don't I switch to Jacob and do his mission?
I suppose we'll simply have to agree to disagree.
Okay. still think this is a better one. Beer collector belt. Oh, okay, let's change the color.
Great.
Well, let's go find where he's supposed to go.
A letter for me.
Let's fast travel over to here. Here we go. Okay. Okay. And you're just over there.
That's enough! I'm coming over! Just to save a few pennies!
Come on.
All right, B. Who are you and what's your game?
Yeah. Okay. Reach the Sinopian Club, huh? You know, Going through the front door, probably not the best. It never is.
So the Russians thought they had us cut off.
Drop it! Just let me go!
Okay, I'm not sure what the hell I'm supposed to do. I can't sneak in there with all the cops. Turkish.
So the Russians thought they had us cut off from our own lines, you see. Now, a lesser commander.
Well, if it isn't my dear old chum, Mr. Disraeli. Now, Prime Minister, which of your friends is about to stab you in the back?
The Corrupt Practices Bill is a vital step in reforming our government. If the majority party is allowed to dictate the results of contested elections, we can scarcely call ourselves free.
If we yield up our rights bit by bit to the courts, we can scarcely call ourselves free, sir.
This is so like you, Gladstone. You would rather throw your body upon the gears of progress than surrender one iota of power.
By God, Disraeli, you are a fool. I'll not stand idly by and watch you drag parliamentary privilege through the muck.
Oh, for God's sake.
Certainly not. You'd rock.
Fine, we will try this again.
Well, if it isn't my dear old chum, Mr. Disraeli. Now, Prime Minister, which of your friends is about to stab you in the back?
The Corrupt Practices Bill is a vital step in reforming our government. If the majority party is allowed to dictate the results of contested elections, we can scarcely call ourselves free.
If we yield up our rights bit by bit to the courts, we can scarcely call ourselves free, sir.
You, Gladstone. You would rather throw your body upon the gears of progress than surrender one iota of power.
By God, Disraeli, you are a fool. I'll not stand idly by and watch you drag parliamentary privilege through the muck.
No, certainly not. You'd rather return us to the yoke of tyranny. Is there any Perhaps while we're at it, Mr. Gladstone, we could repeal Magna Carta and return the crown to the bloody Stuarts.
Must be.
Merely because I do not wish to see government placed in the hands of judges, you would make these slanderous accusations?
What's the point of paying?
I'll not stand for it.
Then I shall obviate the requirement. Good evening, sir.
B, I presume.
Hello, B.
Pleasure to meet you. B.
B! me! My name's Herbert!
Then why are you following the Prime Minister?
It's just a job, sir! Some old bloke paid me to...
Smug bastard.
Bloody hell! Where'd you come from?
Well, I was born in Crawley, but that's by the by. Who are you working for?
I never got his name. Old chap, big moustache, wore some kind of uniform. Who's ours, maybe?
What's his game?
Please, you'll kill me.
And a 3-story drop will shatter your legs and send you to the workhouse. Difference is you can run from him.
Tomorrow! My lads are going to attack the Prime Minister's carriage on the way to Parliament.
Perfect.
Okay, scale belt.
Please leave me be. What do you want?
What are these 3 databases, since I'm pretty sure that I haven't met them yet before. Let's see what we got here. Encyclopedia. Miscellaneous. Events. Crimean War. In perhaps the pettiest reason to start a war since the Americans got a bit shirty over our borrowing of their sailors in 1812, the Crimean War 1853 to 1856 began as a disagreement over whether Catholic or Orthodox Christians should control the churches in the Holy Land. Of course, it was really about whether Britain or Russia was allowed to have the bigger empire, but we don't talk about that in polite society. Casus Belli was when Napoleon III sent a warship into the Black Sea to politely suggest that the Ottoman Sultan of something or other, crazy name, crazy guy, acknowledged the French Catholicism as the authority over Christian sites in the Holy Land. This rather annoyed Tsar Nicholas I, since up until this point the Eastern Orthodox Church had controlled those sites, and he responded by sending 2 corps to the banks of the Danube. Diplomatic relations soured from there, and since the British and French were leery of Russian expansionism and had troops in the area anyways, they decided they might as well pitch in on the Ottoman side. As you'd expect from the name, most of the conflict was fought in the Crimea, with the Russian Empire on one side and an alliance of Britain, France, and the Ottoman Empire and Sardinia on the other. It was also one of the first truly modern wars, if large masses of men shooting each other over which toff got to call themselves emperor of wherever can be called modern. Technology like the exploding artillery shell, the railroad, and the telegraph shaped the conflict, and the advent of photographic technology meant it was one of the first wars to be documented in the press. This was particularly delightful in that great legacy of the Crimean War was that the rank, incompetence, and general mismanagement on the part of the leadership of all sides, something to be really proud of there. If you're going to be inept, be really inept. For the citizens on the home front puffed up with the patriotic fervor, this was a bit like going to see your favorite band on concert only to realize that they only sounded good thanks to the auto-tune and ruthless editing. The war ended in 1856 when the Allies took the key Russian city of Sevastopol. Recognizing the inevitability of defeat, Nicholas I sued for peace, and as part of the terms, the Black Sea was declared neutral. Moldavia and Wallachia were made independent, and everyone more or less tried to forget the entire embarrassing debacle. It did lead to extensive calls for military reform and to nationalist movements across Eastern Europe, which doesn't quite seem worth the lives of 500,000 people. But what do I know? Battle of Balaclava. On October 24, 1854, the Allied forces of Britain, France, and the Ottoman Empire had settled in for a long winter siege of the Russian port of Sevastopol. The British, under Lord Raglan, took Balaclava and the right flank of the siege. This was a problem because the British didn't actually have the manpower to hold the right flank. See Crimean War, rampant incompetence. Sensing weakness, Russian forces charged the British defenses and managed to capture several redoubts and their artillery pieces. It was a major, though not ultimately significant, victory for the Russians, but the battle is the most famous for that panned, incompetent leadership and senseless loss of life that is the charge of the Light Brigade. I'm sure you've read the poem, and if not, for God's sakes, go read a book. Cannon to the left of them, cannon to the right of them, etc. There were a lot of cannon, is the point. The whole thing is fraught with ambiguity and recrimination on all sides, but broadly, here's how it happened. Lord Raglan, the overall commander of the British forces, gave the order to Lord Lucan, who commanded the cavalry forces, to send the Light Brigade to harry the Russian forces who had seized the artillery positions on the south side of the battlefield. Unfortunately, the courier who brought the order to Lord Lucan didn't deliver the information clearly enough, and Lord Lucan ordered Lord Cardigan, who commanded the Light Brigade and was, incidentally, Lucan's brother-in-law, and who hated him intensely, to charge a fortified Russian artillery position at the end of the valley. If you're beginning to notice a common theme of Lord this and Earl of such and such, massively cocking up operations, you've hit upon the key problem with allowing bored aristocrats to buy officers' commissions. At any rate, despite this order making as much sense as strip naked and dance the Argentine tango within sight of the Russian guns to demoralize the enemy, Lord Cardigan duly led his men into the teeth of the enemy artillery. The net result was that the Light Brigade suffered roughly 40% casualties, the Russians were very confused, and Lord Cardigan, upon seeing the battle was lost, buggered off back to his private yacht for steaks and champagne. It was that sort of war. Corrupt Practices Act. Rigging elections was a national pastime in 19th century Britain, and by 1868 things had gotten so bad it wasn't just sporting anymore. Thus, Prime Minister Disraeli introduced this bill in order to make the process interesting again. The bill's principal effect was to transfer responsibility for trying election petitions from, you know what, let's slow down and back up a bit. Prior to this act, whenever the result of a parliamentary election was up for debate, the result was decided by vote in the House of Commons. Shockingly enough, this meant that 9 times out of 10, the candidate from the majority party turned out to have won the election after all. Disraeli's new law moved responsibility for deciding election outcomes to a special triumvirate appointed from the Court of Common Pleas, the Exchequer of Pleas, or the Queen's Bench, which meant that to rig an election you now had to buy off 2 judges instead of the entire House of Parliament, a much more sensible and streamlined system of corruption. It's this slow, steady march towards efficiency that makes the British government the finest in the world. Fine, I forgot that I wasn't in the flat level ground. Okay, now I'm on flat ground. So what did I get? I got this belt, the iron scale belt, which doesn't do me any good because this one's better. Now what do I have? Progression log. Progress tracker. Switch back to Eevee. Let's switch back to Eevee for a bit. Where are we, and why is there a big cage in this thing? Oh, am I at Scotland Yard? think I was at Scotland Yard. No, I'm not at Scotland Yard. Well, let's go over here. Let's go over the Houses of Parliament.
What on earth? Looks like...
And now he's dead. It's amazing what a blade in the ear will do. That's all the way in the ground. Now, where am I at? So Henry is at 4, Claire is at 4, Robert's at 4.
I'll surrender! You can't kill me if I surrender! No! Should have just stayed at home.
Some manners stuff.
Get him!
Dead kid. Up the street, up the building. Did not want to go there. I wanted to go over here.
But we'll keep Holmes is... It's well known. Now, I don't think...
Onward, go!
I don't know. I wasn't doing nothing.
there, eh?
To database. Yeah, nothing new. Encyclopedia, collectibles, pressed flowers. Mignonette, Rosetta or Odorata. Your qualities surpass your charms. Nearly 100 years have run their course since the minuet first bloomed in our climes. It was brought from Egypt. Spring in Covent Garden. Now, let's see. I know there's something around here for this last one. Secrets, not the last one, second last one. So, big building, rounds.
Stop by, would I believe that should help you greatly.
Let's climb Westminster Abbey. Maybe over there? Where am I going? Front here. Okay. Fine. Don't know for sure, I just suspect. This looks kinda right.
The rich don't care about you.
And I do hear a box. Found it. Why does always everyone ask me if my brother's dead yet? Is he that reckless? Probably. He probably is that reckless. No. Oh, for God's sakes. Oh, where's the chest? Oh, right there. Okay, where do I want to go and what do I want to do? Bounty hunt. Harrison, something or other.
How atrocious.
So I'm pretty much right here.
You think it's clever to talk about me? You say? That you are you climbing on me?
Not sure what crowd event I just completed, but hey. Let's see what we got here with Harvey or Harris or whatever his name happens to be.
I need some help here.
I'll get him to run. Can work too.
Too slow.
Scoundrel.
Beg pardon? Unhand me, rascal! I said let me go!
Keep your voice down. Quiet, Mr. Harley.
Who sent you, woman?
Not sure how to get out of here, though.
The police.
Huh. Why would any sane person want to apprehend me? I do what I do for the greater good. This abbey will not stand. Religion will be purified again.
And we are the ones putting an end to it.
Hello, hello.
carriage. There's a carriage. Even though I don't really have to go that far.
I'm trapped! Someone help me!
I knew it was too easy.
How'd it go?
I knew it was too easy.
Something out of a nightmare, that one. You did well.
Okay, self-loading pistol. On the tree. Firearms. If you're gonna be a pickpocket, you're real, or thief, you really gotta run faster. Go there and get all those. And since we're here, we'll get this one.
Get out!
Not the tree, which...
Street's closed, state your business.
Oh, so not what I wanted to do. There we go.
Serves you bloody well right.
Okay, now where? Well, we might as well go to this corner and get that one.
What's that you said?
Not the better end of Westminster, I get a feeling.
Do mind yourself.
And okay. 3 all the children, 12. Kill the foreman.
To bring in the dogs to motivate you lot. A little nip in the ankles might do you some good.
Okay. Nope, no one's
Children.
alerted.
Ha! Incompetent fools.
Oh, there's the way in. I always knew there's a way in. Kill the foreman, huh? Foreman's dead.
You still have to face me.
It's all right.
You got this.
Yeah.
Bloody well, deal with her.
Look sharp. I will be back.
Thanks. She's a bit odd. I didn't say it. So childish.
Okay, there's 3 out there.
Need help? What could that be? You shouldn't be here. Get going.
Kill me, brother, for a drink right now. A nice glassy fine. Maybe some scotch. Something to take me mind off all this rubbish. Get her out of here! Let's go!
She's right there!
Yeah, we'll kill you. We'll free you.
Hang in there.
Thanks for the help, lady. She's a learner, one.
It's up above, huh? So we'll climb. I have to climb anyways to get out of here, by the looks of it. Okay. That's one down. Two down.
See that woman there?
Three down. And free the kids.
Everything will be alright.
You're a Hartford brother, ain't you?
And the kids are free. Factory is mine. I should think about getting something to eat. Ugh. That corner's done. We've got about 10 left. Let's see what they've got here. Collectibles, yeah. An illustration that I don't care about. The Queen, the German Empress, and the Royal Party.
Hello, Elvira.
What the hell do you want?
Don't look so glum. Let me tell you what I've been working on lately. We sent Berg to India last year to chase a lead involving Koh-i-Noor. It was a dead end, but we did manage to find some data on an assassin from the 1800s, Arbaz Mir.
And?
And, while that's all very interesting, when we looked further into his genetic line, we found this.
Arbaz Mir's son was in London, so what?
Look closer.
Blah, blah, assumed name Henry Green, blah, blah. CMC and the assassins were searching for... Oh, my God. You found another one.
My teams are working outward from this sample. We've scoured Helix and tracked down a set of memories from the Grand Master of the British Rite, Crawford Sterick. We're also looking for data on other assassins of the era.
Don't you have anyone searching for the new shroud?
No one yet. You want to call in Berg?
As soon as humanly possible.
Okay. Progression log, what are they trying to tell me here? I think it's to London, which I think I've only got one left, right? Yep. So what do we have left? I wonder what's in that park. Wonder what's in that park.
I know you're up there.
Oh, that's bully for you. Cricket players. Nothing really. So what do I have left? One of those, about half the chests, about 10, or actually 9 of the helix things, 4 yellow chests, 2 illustrations, 3 flowers, 5 letters, and 1 more thingamajigger there. I'm not actually entering the unstable territory. I'm running along beside the unstable territory. Okay, let's go get that helix point. And then we'll figure out where I want to go from here. Okay. Just my imagination. Kill the criminals. Or criminal.
This is gonna get very bad.
Oh, I missed one. There was criminals.
At least struggle to handle crowds.
Okay. What new entry? Database. Stations. Westminster. Devil's Acre. Every diamond has its flaws, and even a borough as posh as Westminster had a neighborhood overflowing with crime and debauchery. Toadhill Fields, or Devil's Acre as Charles Dickens called it, was so bad that the cops were afraid to walk through it. It was so bad that it helped popularize the word slum in the 1850s. It is believed that the area became so run down because it was used by the monks of Westminster Abbey to house criminals and debtors seeking sanctuary. Another possible reason is that the land was a marshy hotbed for diseases, undesirable to the wealthy people of Westminster. Whatever the reason, Devil's Acre was a blot in the city that many wanted removed. Because of its proximity to Westminster Abbey, Parliament, and so on, Devil's Acre was seen as a cause to work for by London's philanthropists, not like Whitechapel, which was far away and nobody had to look at it. Dickens wrote extensively about Devil's Acre as a young reporter found a safe house for Devil's Acre prostitutes called Urania Cottage. Missionaries worked the area constantly in hopes that religion would somehow make them not poor. The philanthropist Adeline Cooper, with help from Lord Shaftesbury, bought a pub in Devil's Acre and converted it to a school for the orphans who populated the area. For all this effort, it was the establishment of London's sewer system that contributed most to the gentrification of Devil's Acre. The sewer system helped drain the marshy water from the neighborhood, which suddenly made the land desirable to real estate developers. Victoria Street was created to cut through Devil's Acre, and residents were displaced into newly built social housing. Let's see what's with the church, because there's always something with the church. Okay, so what, 7 left? Okay. Well, let's go up and see what we can see. Okay, so I need to kill 13 rooks, or 13 blighters. I need to find my rooks and free them. There's one there. Over there. That's one guy gone. Jump down. Down!
having a lie down and forget it.
Sights are set on her! Serves you right.
Get her! Get her!
You want a hand, Evie? Bit old to be playing hide and seek, ain't she? I think this one took a shot at me once. Serves you right. She's having a little wrist.
Off to an illicit affair, no doubt.
Now! Get up!
Not sure if that's all the rooks or if there's more, but I only have one more bad guy, so we'll just go and get them.
I'm with you!
Okay. Okay. Another area exposed. So there's a yellow chest here somewhere. The building? In the building. There we go. Yellow chest.
Good Lord, stop!
Blah blah blah. Master Assassin's Belt. So I've got a few chests around here.
Strike out a real job, you thief! I can see what you're up to.
You like how I set that up for you?
Let's climb up.
I wonder what all the argy...
Not quite. Let's see if this is the right angle. Nope. Oh, I feel like I go back and forth way too much trying to get these things. That should be the right angle. And it was. Okay. Well, I do need to get some supplies too, so it's always useful.
Come now! If you need anything else...
Right here?
I'm here!
Not right in hiding.
And I'll be bleeding out.
Yum. Collectibles. Best flowers. What did I find here? Strawberry. Fragaria monophylia. Perfection. This humble plant delights in the shelter of our woods and covers the borders with that delicious fruit which belongs to anyone who pleases to gather it. Alhambra water carrier. Oh, come on.